Hello everyone, welcome to my live stream. I'm running a little bit late today. I'm looking to make sure I didn't forget anything because I'm running late. Couldn't get motivated to get ready early. But I'm here now, a little bit late. How much late? 17 minutes late. That's okay. I'll just stream 17 minutes longer. For some reason, my mic is really picking up sound these days. I didn't really change anything. I think that looks better. Let me... how's that? A little bit more? Maybe that's good. Well, hopefully I'm not blowing anybody's speakers out or anything. It looks like I'm maxing out in the yellow range instead of the red, so hopefully that's alright. I don't want it to be too quiet either. It's all so hard. Anyway, so I'm back. Last month was all Inktober, so I'm back to my normal streaming schedule. Wednesdays are Lucky Dips. So I'm back with Lucky Dip number 19. I had to make sure I was writing the Roman numerals for 19 correctly, because I don't really write Roman numerals that much for the title, but I think it's correct. Anyway, I did get a little bit of prep done. I drew the 4 items from random.org using my spreadsheet, about 350 items on a spreadsheet, and put that into random.org. Got 4 numbers. I have not actually pulled those items yet, so that's what I'll do now. So just set this over to the side so hopefully you can see it. You can at least see that there's that list there. So let's see, I've got a marker or pen. I can't tell. Looks like it's a color, so it's probably in my markers section. Definitely have a pen, a pencil, and some watercolor, and that's going to be interesting. So let's see. The case that's on the top is this one. So I think I'll be able to get my Kuretake Bimoji pen out of here. I think I'm gonna have to look what that actually looks like. What is okay? Kuretake Bimoji. It's a brush pen. Haha! I knew I'd have to look it up. It's this one. This one's cool. This is the second one I've well, I don't know what order I got them in, but this is one of 2 that I've gotten from like Art Snacks, etc. type boxes. And I liked it so much that I used up the first one, and that's pretty rare for a brush pen because I have so many options. So that's the first thing. It even has this thing on the end, like, so you can hang it up like old school style. Anyway, so that's the first thing. I'm going to put my phone back. And I don't think anything else will come out of here because this is a specific color, so it'll be in my colored pens, and the others are like watercolor. It will be in a different section. I'm saying this not just to narrate the video, but so that I'm working through my own thoughts. Okay, so next let's look in my colored markers. Oh wait, no, graphite pencil. Ah, that's on top now. So I have these 3 things, I stack them one on top of the other for storage. So this one ended up on top after I finished with the last one. Okay, so we're looking for the Karandash Graphstone. It won't be colored because it just says 6B, so that will be a graphite pencil. See, y'all, I'm tired. Oh, that's an HB. That won't be it. 6B. It might be in a different... Oh, is this it? This is it. Oh, it's one of these. So this is a Graphstone. Oh, look, it actually focuses on it when I put my hands. I should know that, but I forget sometimes. Here, I'll do that with this one, too. It didn't get the justice it deserved. So you can see it in focus. There. So these are cool because they're just encased in, I think, plastic. Like a really thin... I don't know if you can see this. Hey, camera, you want to try to focus this close? No? let me click the button. Yeah, there. Now maybe you can see how there's a little lip right here where the plastic is encasing this. So you just sharpen it away, and then that way you get more graphite per pencil basically. So that's like this whole thing is all graphite. So there's that one. That's the last thing that'll be in here. Oh, it's trying to escape there. Man, I'm so tired today because, I mean, for one, I keep going to bed way too late. Okay, let's get back in my... I had such a good rhythm going for a few months. Going to bed on time or barely on time and getting plenty of sleep. And then the last couple months have been full of adventures and misadventures, and it's really hard to get back into that normal sleep rhythm. So this has got all my various different kinds of markers. So I'm pretty sure this Marvy Le Plume will be in here. I'm also tired because I put together a kitchen, like a rolling kitchen cabinet cart thing. Like a rolling kitchen island, kind of. And it took like 4 hours, and I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. Ooh. It says rosewood, but it's kind of like a tan color according to the... I mean, I'll test it, of course, but according to the caps, it's like sandy tan color. So the Marvy Le Plume and number 30 rosewood. So the last thing I need to get out is watercolor, so that definitely won't be in here. So put this back. Come on. This one is so full, this marker one. Okay. This one back over here, and I'm not quite sure where the watercolor will be. There's a couple places it could be. So I'll look in here first. I got this, some boxes of random watercolor stuff I've gotten from Art Snacks and such. So what I'm looking for is M. Graham, and there's two colors that came in the same box together, so I consider them the same item as far as my spreadsheet goes. Here we go. Titanium white opaque, so that's one. And maybe this is the other one. Yeah, Terra Rosa. So let me put these back real quick and I'll hold those up so you can see what I'm working with. It's kind of, I think another reason why, not just because of being tired, another reason why I had a hard time getting focused and getting going for today's stream is that I didn't actually get to put much stuff into my new rolling kitchen cart. And so I'm like, I want to put my pots and pans, because the whole reason I got it was so I could have more room in the kitchen. So I really want to do that, but I haven't gotten to yet. Okay, so let's see if it'll focus. No? Let's click the button. There we go. Here's the two colors of paint that they came together in the whatever box they came from. So they're going to be used together for this Lucky Dip challenge. So there's my little pet hair on here. Those are always... Oh, it's because it's leaking a little bit out of the bottom. Wow. That dark stuff right there is like the binder or something. Well, hopefully it doesn't make too big of a mess. I'm gonna have to put my be right back sign. Boop. Because since I drew watercolor, I need to get some water. So let's see. Oh no, it's not in. Oh, but I want. Okay. Thinking as I work. I have not left yet, but I'll need this palette. Aha. Here's where it is. In my closet. I guess I'll get some brushes while I'm in here. I don't know what I'm going to want. I guess I'll get one of these. And one of these and one of these. That'll be good enough. I saw another brush. I'm gonna get it just for... I feel like I could have some fun doing some little textured stuff with this little stiff bristled stiff and short bristled. What is it called? It just says Zen. Wait, what does it say on here? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what this is called. But it's like this really stiff. So let's compare. This is a nice soft brush. Ooh, it bends so much. This one though, yeah, very stiff. So I could do like some little or something. Okay, really gonna be right back as I fill this bowl with water. Were you worried? Okay, I'm back. If you hear the little tapping of claws, that's Chappie. She got up to see where I went. Both of my dogs are in here with me right now. Okay, so I'm back. I'm back now, but I need a towel, a little paper towel as well. Towel to clean my brushes on, or absorb extra water if I don't want my brush too wet, just want it a little damp or something. Very useful. Gotta have, must have. Okay, what else? Since I'm working with watercolor, I definitely want a watercolor sketchbook. So I think I was using this one. Oh yeah, here's this picture of Sora I made. Okay, sweet. Oh, I forgot I did these other ones. I'm looking through my previous Lucky Dips in here. Okay, so here's the... So let's see. Oh, I took a page out. Oh! Okay, I need to tape this on the other side too. Okay, this was a... Hold on, I've got to do some on-screen maintenance. Let me see. Oh, sorry about that. Squeaky door. I need my tape because I had the great idea to take that page out so that it could dry separately. But the little piece of tape I put in there is obviously not enough because it's like falling out. So bigger piece of tape. These things are awesome. These little cutty things. Oh! I got it on jet pens. I love jet pens. Someone I met at the Inktober retreat knows jet pens, and I yes. Jet pens, friends. I just made an order from them. I'm really excited for it to come. I got a new planner for 2023. For the first time in like 4 or 5 years, I'm switching planner brands. 'Cause now that I graduated from school, my old planner just doesn't meet my needs anymore. My needs have changed. So I have high hopes for this other one that's coming from good old jet pen. So I have an idea. Oh yeah, I did the same thing over here. This one's staying in better though. Oh, anyway. Haha. Oh, but if I paint on that, that's why I wasn't doing that. Okay, I get it. I'm talking to myself. So this was like the last one I did, last Lucky Dip. It's kind of, whatever, just leave it. It's uneven, it's bothering me, but I'll leave it for now. So what I've been doing is taking a page out, because it's perforated, so that's nice, and using that so that I can test all these supplies and see how they behave on the paper, behave together, and then taping it back in after. So I don't want to, so this is the front. The texture is very different, so I want to use the front. But if I do a watercolor test on here, then how I have to like wait forever to be able to move to the next page. So if I take it out, tape it back in, then I don't have to wait. I do wish the perforation was a little deeper though, because it's not really going all the way through the page, and then it still sort of just rips the paper. This is a sketchbook though, so it's okay. Friday, I gotta be more on top of things, so I'm not doing all this stuff on. Oh, Friday I'm gonna be working digitally, so I don't even have to worry about this kind of thing. What is this little black piece of paper or something? Get out of here. Whoop. There. Okay. Wow, I see 5 people watching. That's good for me. Hi, everybody. Yes. Yeah, you gotta fold it one way and then the other way. Okay. So now, set this aside and start with this test sheet. Now I can move this. I put that on my Inktober sketchbook, but I'll put it on here now. Beep. So I don't want to write it in here when I'm drawing these, because I don't know if I'm going to want watercolor paper or ink, super smooth ink paper or whatever. Okay, so let's start with this one. Now let's do them in order from top to bottom. So the first thing I pulled was 41, which is Marvy Le Plume. And it's actually Le Plume 2. I didn't write that in the spreadsheet for some reason. It's a double-ended marker. Let's see, does it say if it's water or alcohol based? Oh, it doesn't say. Can't really tell. It doesn't seem to have a smell, so maybe it's water based. Ooh, satisfying. So that's a brush tip. I can't tell if it's because it's watercolor paper, so it's sucking all the moisture out real quick, or if this, because this is super old. The fact that it's 41 means it's very high on my spreadsheet, which means it's super, super old. And then it's got this teeny tiny little, I don't know, like a 0.3 millimeters, kind of super teeny tiny. Oh yeah, you can barely see it. And I think it's just really dry. Might have to retire this one after this one. Try to hold it up and see if it'll show you. Yeah, you can like just barely see. Maybe I won't use the little tip because it's just not even, yeah. But that's why I do this, so that I know. So the next thing I pulled was the watercolor, so let's try it. Put them in my palette. So that was titanium white opaque, and this one is Terra Rosa. And in fact, let's do a tiny little bit over here to mix and see what it's like when it's mixed as well. Oops. More binder is coming out than pigment. Let me squish this a little bit. Maybe that'll help. Maybe it won't. We'll see. Not really. Doesn't really help. There. Squished a whole bunch out. It was a bit of a waste, but it had to be done. Okay, whatever. I'll figure it out. Let's try with this brush. I'm not going to try all the brushes, but... So the white... Oh, good, and I can just mix it with the brush too. Haha. The white's not going to really show up on the page, but... Ooh, I know. I'll do it through here. Oh yeah, it really is opaque. Wow, I need to remember that I have this when I'm doing watercoloring. Look at that! It's not 100%, but I'd say it is at least... Let's see if it'll focus. Looks like at least 95% coverage, maybe 90% in some places, but dang, that's really good. Cool. Okay, I gotta do this for a while to get all the paint out. Oops, it's not focused. Yeah, I got way too much paint in this brush. I can still see it. I like having the clear thing for my water because then I can see when I push the brush against the glass if there's still streaks of paint showing, and that's how I judge whether it's been cleaned out well enough or if it needs some more work. Okay, so let's try this Terra Rosa. So like earth red, I guess, if you translate that to English. Ooh, what a beautiful color. Let's try a bit of a gradient. Like not a gradient, let's try a bit of a wash. Getting the pigment out so that I can spread it out with some water. Yes. Nice. I'm excited to see what that looks like when it dries, because it does change a lot as it dries when it's that wet, and then like the angle of the drafting table and the angle of the paper because it's sticking up a little bit where it got wet. Okay, so let's try mixing them. I might get a little bit from here because it's mostly binder. And a little bit more. I don't feel like it's an even mix. Oh, that's better. Interesting. Yeah, it's almost purple, adding the white to it. So I'm going to do the same thing and rinse the brush out super good and just get some water on there to spread that mark out. Yeah, it's like a purpley pink when they're mixed. Okay, so that's the watercolor that we've got to work with. My water is already very murky. Okay. Put that up there for now so that I can actually hold this towel and do stuff with it. Okay, brush is there. Yeah, maybe I'm just gonna That's a cool effect. I like that. Since this brush is so stiff, it's kind of hard to clean. There. Now let's try this one. What if I do this? Scratchy texture. Yeah, I like this tapping texture better. Oh, it's so hard to clean this one out though. Well, at least since it's watercolor, if I leave it in there, it's not going to hurt anything. I just wash it out with my paintbrush washing soap stuff, specifically for paintbrushes, and it'll be clean as a whistle. No, cleaner. So whistles aren't very clean. Kuretake Bimoji pen is the next one. This is also a really old one, 46, so it's only a few down the list from this one. So we'll see how well it's survived the years. Oh, not bad. Yeah, definitely kind of dry though. Not bad though, for how old it is. It's not double-ended or anything. It's just one big flexible tip. And then here's the Carandash Graphstone in 6B. So this is that plastic encased pencil that is mostly graphite. Let's see how dark it can go. Try to make a nice graphite gradient here. That was kind of nice on the watercolor paper, actually. Okay, let me tap the extra into the trash can so that they don't accidentally get smeared somewhere else that I don't want them. Okay, now I'm going to do just a little circle to see if it's how water soluble it is. It's usually a little bit, just because graphite sort of sits on top of the paper, but some pencils are surprisingly water soluble even if they're not marketed that way, so that you can like paint with them like you would with watercolor, but it's graphite. Yeah, I think because it's 6B, so that's a pretty soft pencil, it's coming off really well, even though it doesn't particularly say watercolor or water soluble on there. And also the main thing is still sticking pretty well, so I don't think it's built to do this, but you can do it, so that's pretty cool. Another tool for me to use if I choose. So these aren't all dry yet, but here's what the little swatch page looks like. Kind of stuff I can do with the tools I have. I like this color combination I've got. This bright pop of yellow, but it's still kind of a mild yellow, and then it goes really well with these. Kind of autumny, actually. Okay, so now going to the main sheet. What I've been doing is working from my manga pose book. Just practicing one after the other, just to give me something to draw, because I noticed a while ago that I waste a lot of time just figuring out what to draw for the Lucky Dip. So this is giving me something. It's like, I'm just going to draw this. I don't have to spend any time thinking about it. So, okay, this one I did. This is the last one I did. So that means we're on Sitting Pretty. So this is the next pose. So I'll read you about it. It's called Sitting Pretty. It says about this pose: timid yet graceful, bashful glance, sitting still, hands at rest, dangling feet. For a feminine look, draw the buttocks and thighs somewhat large and curvy. The arms and hands are relaxed along the side of the body, but they should still have a slight bend at the elbows. And then one leg naturally curling under the other also emphasizes just how relaxed the character is feeling. If they weren't crossed, the lower body would look too stiff. Okay, so I need Clippy to clip it open. Practicing poses from this book also helps on days like this when I'm running really late. Who knows, maybe I could get done within my normal streaming time anyway. I don't really expect to, but because I always I always just keep working and I'm like, oh, I could do this or whatever, and then it's been way longer than I thought. Well, you can't really see. Okay, I'm gonna set so you won't really be able to see the swatch thing anymore, but you can see this. Let's see what I'm working from. Oh, here's the cover of the book too. If anybody is interested in it, I recommend it if you want to just practice manga poses, manga/anime style poses. Japanese pop culture look, that's like my fave. Okay, I've got to make a little bit more room because I'm left-handed, so I need a bit more room for my hand to be. Okay, alright, paintbrushes there. My main instruments, I'll actually put them here. Okay, I'll definitely start with this first. And I want a pencil sharpener. Pencil sharpener. Nope. Yes. It's good to have a sharpener when you're using one like this because you can use it on the side, but if you want a nice, sharp, thin tip, you're definitely going to have to work it a little bit. And I like this one for making a really long, thin pencil point. It's this 2-step sharpener. And you don't even have to use the second step, but that's how you get that really sharp, thin point. Yeah, that's good. So let me just put this stuff in the trash. And just put that there. Okay. So since it's an up and down pose, I'm going to do the book this way. And I always end up making it too big for the page, so I'm going to do my best to make it fit within this. So if I'm doing that, I need a ruler real quick. So from top to bottom, it's 8 inches. So the point where the two legs come together, like right here, is about the halfway point. So I'm gonna make a mark there for that. And then I'm just gonna eyeball it. I'm not gonna like be super precious about it, I guess. That's the popular word these days, precious. There's a different word that used to be used a while ago. Well, whatever. People know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to be too precious about it. If it's not quite right, that's okay. Just practice. Foot hanging down. So this is a thin, petite kind of character. So I'm going to do my best not to make it too muscular. But I really like muscles, so I always... I mean, it can still be petite and still have good definition, so that's what I'm doing. Okay, and then the other thigh is here, coming down and twisting behind, like it said, and then you just see the heel and the little bit of the foot here, a little bit of the toes. Let's stick out a little bit more. There, boom. Okay, and then so for these 4 inches, the halfway point from here is about right at the top where the boobs come out. So how do I? It's not helpful. Okay, so the boobs are coming out there. 1 inch. Okay, so half point and the half of the half. So I'm gonna do the half point. Half of the half is still halfway. Ugh, so confusing. It's hard to do this. Okay. There. Under the head. This is where the eyes are. Because it's anime style, so the eyes are really low and big. Beep. Beep. Just marking. Just marking where the eyes are. Here's the back of the cranium. Kind of balloons out. Little ear. And neck. Okay, and this is where, so I gotta somehow fit clavicles, neck, and the top of the chest in this tiny little space. Okay. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna have to edit this a little bit and not be quite, there we go. Shoulder, shoulder. Okay, here's the chest. And the abdomen. The back, as you can see, and then it curves down. Whoop. Good enough. Yeah. And let's see, so about where it's coming in here is, okay, the elbows are just a little bit lower than that. This elbow is actually hidden a bit. Arms coming down and swinging out like that. And then her hand. And then this arm is coming out. And so let's see. So it's actually a bit lower, this wrist. And this hand is much more visible. My fingers aren't long enough. Not bad. I want to fix the head. I'm putting the head higher. Let's see. We're an eraser. Head's got to go higher. This is too low. Ah, yikes. Doesn't erase that well on watercolor paper. Oh man. That's okay. It's all part of the process. Okay, swiping these into the trash can as well. Okay. Yeah, head's gotta go higher. Clavicles, etc. And it sort of balloons out. Here's the chin. Oh, no, chin sticks out. I see. Oh. It's hard with this pencil on the watercolor paper. Ear. Yep. Face. Sort of. It's got too dark over here. Can I fix it? Sort of. Okay, I better stop messing with the face because it's just gonna get worse and worse if I don't stop. So I'm just gonna add that final line. Boom. That's it. That's how it is. Moving forward. Actually, there's still little particles on here. Yeah, not bad. Okay. It's got this complicated outfit. How am I going to... Oh, I didn't test whether this is water soluble. Hold on a sec. I'm going to go back. Whoa, I dropped my brush. Is this water soluble? Oh, it seems pretty good. I mean, it's coming off a little bit. Still don't know if I'd want to use it before the watercolor. Ah, what'll I do? Well, I guess I'll just have to sketch it. I gotta sharpen this again though. It's already too dull. This is why I prefer mechanical pencils for graphite sketching. You don't have to do this. Wow, this just have to be good enough. Okay. Hair. She's got big cat ears on her head. Okay. I love that. I love characters with cat ears and tails. When it's just the ear and the tail together and the rest is a person. I think it's so cute. And the character could be like, I don't know, like, I can't remember the name. There's this anime with it's like a fox. No, he's not a god. He's like the servant to the god, and he was originally just a yokai or something. And so, like, for the most part, he's just got like all human features, but his ears are fox ears, and he's got a fox tail. But I also like it if they're just a character wearing them too. Like, if it's not actually part of their physical body, that's cool too. I'm not a fan of the ruffle headband, so I'm not going to include it. I really like the maid outfits. Not that to me. I'm just going to leave that out. Ooh, how about instead? I can't really see what I'm looking at. Here's this. There's little ribbons coming down the back. So I'm going to just make it a big bow. Now that's something I like. When it's like a big bow in the hair. I've tried to get big bows for myself too. To just wear myself. And it's hard to find ones. They're like really giant. I'm like, come on, I want like a huge, like a crazy, I want a crazy huge bow for my hair. Yeah, look at this giant bow. In fact, I'm going to make it a double. Yep. Good. Good, good, good. Like it. So she's got this like capelet thing. But since I'm drawing so small, I'm going to simplify it a bit. I'm drawing so small with a pencil that can't get that small of a tip, and it's also a really soft pencil, so it's really hard. Collar. Single layer capelet. There. Oh, that's cute. Give it the stripe that I'm seeing. Boop. Cool. She's got a belt. Oh, and she's got a bow on the back of the belt too. I mean, like, let's see how she. So it looks like she's got sleeves on. So I'm gonna do little wrinkles right here. And she's got separate gloves, but I'm just gonna make wrinkles at the wrists to be like it's just one long glove. And then I can add the. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go crazy. Yes. Yes, look at this gigantic, massive bow. Yes. Sticks out on the other side too. Boom. In fact, it should come out like that. Yep. That's big enough. Okay. Skirt. Kind of curves around the thighs. I think I need this knee to come out a little farther. There we go. And then her hand is actually on the skirt, so it's like coming out like that, and then it's draping down and on whatever surface she's sitting on. And then it's just sort of billowing out. So actually, I think it'll be covering the bow a bit. And then you can like see it out the back, I guess. Oh, a little bit, not as much as I did it. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's make her shoes kind of simple. Just little low pump shoes, I guess. Ugh. This isn't looking that great, but whatever. Yikes. It's fine. I'm gonna put a little thing around the ankle. I don't have to be perfect. Okay. That's good for now. For that. What else? What shall I do next? So I only actually have... Oh, I've got 4 things because these are 2 different. So I've got... Okay. I'm thinking. I like the idea of using this. The color does not match the cap at all. Look at this. It's not the same at all. This looks like it's going to be like brown. Instead it's yellow. But I like the idea of using this as a, what am I trying to say? Some sort of pop of colors. Maybe like her hair. Yes. Making her hair this color. Plus the brush. The brush tip is good for doing hair. Anyway. Ooh, it's smearing the graphite. Well, good thing this is really dry anyway, so it's not terrible that I'm like ruining it with all this graphite. And I'll do the ears too, so that I'm showing for sure that the ears are part of her anatomy. But I'm going to make it so that the fur inside the ears is white. Oh, it's so cute. Yay! Me lucky. Yeah, I might have to retire this though. I'll try it on regular paper after I'm done. But even when I'm looking at the tip here, it just looks discolored at the end. Not from there's discoloration from this, but it's like a different kind of, like it's dry. Okay, what else? Got the face. I guess I can use this tiny, super dried out tip to do the first indications of the eyes. I don't know if you're hearing that, but Chappie's snoring a little bit. A little dog Chappie. And her eyebrows are way up like, did you need something? And then the nose and the mouth is like a little open, like, Definitely want the bows to be red. It's my favorite color. I think it's great for a bow color. Ah, yikes. I hate it when a little pet hair gets on there and it's distracting. No, get off, pet hair. It came back. I've been having to deal with that a lot more recently because ever since we got the dogs, they want to be with me. How can I say no and tell them to not be with me when I'm in my room working? So I've got lots of pet hairs in here again. Just floating around all the time. Oh well, it's worth it. Oops, it took a little bit too long. These paints are drying. Because I got distracted by that pet hair. Just add a little bit more paint. Hopefully that'll mix in and... This feels like it's been forever since I've worked with watercolor. Kinda has. It's been like 3 months. No. Don't like that. This month I should be able to get back to it. Gonna work on my winter griffin. Sarah, hello! You're not too late. Took a nap. I hope it was refreshing. Wow, wait, it's Wednesday, right? You made it on a Wednesday? How are you? I hope you're good. I've been talking to myself this whole time, so it's really nice the air here. Oh, Tiger! I'm calling you Tiger because that's your screen name, but... Yeah, wow. How are you? Oh, right. You're still sick. I hope you're feeling a little better. Sucks. I hated being sick last month. Well, the month before into last month. Ugh, it was really awful. I hate being sick in general. That's why, not just because of COVID, I keep wearing my mask because I'm like, there's still cold and flu and I hate it. Just hate being sick. And I especially don't want to accidentally make someone else sick and give them the thing that I hate. Whoops. Got my elbow in the paint a little bit. Or my elbow. My tiny finger elbow. My finger joint. Took Misty for a walk and it exhausted you. Well, at least you were good enough to go for a walk. Tiger, been working and taking it easy. Good. Sounds like a good life. How have I been? I have been good. Well, I mean, ups and downs. But right now, life is good. I'm really excited about all the holidays and stuff. Thanksgiving is coming up. I'm doing a gratitude postcard project this year. So if anybody wants a postcard, just send your address to my studio mikarts@gmail.com. I'm sending postcards. Anybody who wants one. I'm still going to keep masking. Yep, I don't know. It reminds me also of when I went back to school, like returned to Boise State in 2019 to finish my degree at last. And I had not really been sick for a long time. And then every year since then, I had gotten sick until the pandemic. And then I didn't get sick for over 2 years. Until September, and I finally got sick. Also, I guess all this stuff has convinced me to start getting my flu vaccine properly. I used to really hate needles, and so I always avoided the flu vaccine. I always made up excuses why I would be okay or whatever, and now I don't really care about needles, so it's okay. Well, I don't know if this is really coming. Maybe if I do a little circle thing in the middle. I don't know if this is coming across as a bow so much. Whatever. It's good enough. Let's do the bow around the waist. We're all just surviving here. Glad to hear overall you've been well. Yep. Glad to hear about you too. Long time no chat. Man, today is my lucky day. Thought I'd go through the whole stream just chatting to myself and then 2 people pop in at around the same time. Hooray! So much nicer to have somebody to talk to. I know I say that every time, but that's because it's true. Still super afraid of needles, but I got the jab. I think the new booster and flu shot kept me from getting super sick from COVID. Yep, that's what I think too in my case, because, well, we had this discussion last stream, but basically I've had a history of any respiratory illness really takes me out, and the flu in particular, I always have to go to urgent care. Sometimes I've had to go to the ER because it's like suddenly so bad and I got pneumonia or whatever. I've gotten pneumonia twice in my life and it's horrible. And so, I was really worried about it. So I think thanks to getting every possible jab I could, help protect me, make it endurable. Good Lord, that's terrible. Yep, I still remember the first time I got pneumonia, I was in 4th grade and I just woke up in the middle of the night, like, bawling because it hurt so much to breathe. Just breathing was, and then we went to the ER and it was like, oh, you have pneumonia. And it was ironic because I had just learned how to spell pneumonia in school. So that's how I'll always remember that I got pneumonia the same school year that I learned what pneumonia was and how to spell it. Oh yeah, I forgot that the bow goes all the way the heck over here. So it made it like a crazy huge... I want this costume now. Giant bow. That's my favorite. Really huge, ridiculously giant bows. The world can be pretty cruel to us. Yep. I can't remember, but maybe it helped me on my spelling test. Getting sick with the thing. Nah, I think I had learned it like the previous... We didn't have semesters. We were at track school, so it was like... We were just like always in school with little 2-week vacations every few months. I need a little bit more paint because this doesn't look like it's part of the same thing. There we go. I thought it might work to make it look like it's fading out into the background, but it didn't just look like it was a separate, different thing. Okay, adjust my position. It's hard to sit for a long time in the same position. I'm gonna do the shoes in red as well. Man, need more water. There we go. Maybe I can salvage this really iffy looking back shoe. It's hard when it's this small. Okay. Hey, yeah, I think I fixed it a bit. Yay. Good enough. Next. Now am I done with red? Guess I'll do this bow in the front red and then... I think I'll do the dress. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Well, let's do that bow in the front first and then... then it will be... I'll be done with the dark red, I think, and then I'll see about this pink that I made by mixing the white and the red. Boop. That's so cute. Her eyes are going to be red too. I just decided that. Executive decision. Ah, yes. Cute. I like it. Okay, I think I'm gonna use the reference image. So I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. Her tights are darker than the rest of the dress. So I'll use that as a guide. And just put this pink color on the tights. So I found historically, when it comes to drawing it, I don't actually have that great of fashion sense. And then when I finish it, I'm like, oh, why did I do that? So I've got this great reference right here, so I'm just going to use that as a guide. No, I have no regrets about color choices. Yeah, my person's theme is red and white with a little sprinkle of this pink color. Full send with your choices. If I keep practicing from this book, I think I'll get better. I'll get better at my fashion choices. Like, I'm happy with how I dress myself in real life, with the clothes I have, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna put this together, yeah, it looks good. And whether or not anybody else thinks it looks good, it doesn't really bother me. But for some reason, when I have complete control, it actually makes it harder. Rather than having, well, I have these color shirts and these color pants. Anyway, thinking about, I'm going to use this eraser. I try not to use outside stuff too much for these lucky dips, but it's really confusing having these lines that indicate the arms when this capelet is not supposed to be see-through. Yeah, and erasing there made me remember that I actually put a big chunk of bow right there and I didn't paint it. Okay. So let's get this big, it's this part right here. I mean, I guess it would be okay without it. Yeah, actually, I'm just going to erase it. I think it looks good without it. It's not as refined looking as I'd like if I was just choosing my tools myself rather than randomly, but I'm pretty happy with how this is coming along. Let's see. Oh, more areas I realized to erase. Right here where the thighs are showing through the dress. It's not supposed to be a see-through skirt either. Oh, I didn't give her a tail. I'm noticing all these things. Okay. Yay. Man, I am really happy with these color combos. Oh, my chair handle went in and I kind of fell a little bit. Okay. I'm going to, wait, what am I going to do? Okay, first add a tail. Comes out this way. There, and use this to color it the same as the hair. These are Gryffindor colors. That's why I love them so much. Because I'm a Gryffindor. That's why it's my fave. Well, red was already Red was my favorite color since I was a kid. Actually, I didn't like gold as a kid. I like silver better. But now, as long as it's metallic, I like it. Doesn't matter. Okay. Okay. Looking around at this. So I've used this. I've used this. I think I'll use it more in a bit, but I think I'll use this next. Unfortunately, it's not that fine tip. It's a really big, fat one. But let's see what I can... So I think it would be nice to use this to add some definition in areas where I'm keeping the cloth white, but it's kind of confusing what is there. I'm trying to do the tiniest little lines. Yeah, basically just doing outlining on everything. Ooh, the faces where it's tricky. I've had this issue before. Just trying to do the tiniest little marks on the face. It's the anime style face, you're gonna keep it tiny. And it's hard with this brush, it's really big. Oh, I think it's working though. I think it's working. Oh, and her eyebrows are like totally lost among all this graphite going on up here. Now she has this look like, what do you want? So like this friendly, inquisitive look. She looks kind of haughty. Adding dark shadows under this capelet to show that it's really hanging over everything and casting a big shadow. Maybe a little shadow here. Yeah, the look of I dare you to talk to me. Yep, that's what's going on here, suddenly. The tiniest little difference in a line completely changes the character. That's why these are fun for me, because I learn stuff like that by just doing random practice. Yeah, I think I salvaged this back shoe. It was looking really bad before, but I think it's all right now. It's decent looking. It's acceptable. Oh, okay. I'm gonna do a little bit in the hair just to give it some better definition because it's kind of blending into the red of the bow. Yeah, that's all right. That's good enough. I want to do some graphite shading. So right here, finish the shading off on the capelet. Bring it down here. And then I think a little on the dress. Here where the hand is covering. Maybe this whole arm is in shadow. The neck is pretty well covered by the hair and everything else. Thinking. Okay, so the tail, I think I want to add a little black because the rest of the hair has it, so I just want it to match. Just a bit, just a little bit. Yeah, that's good. And the bow, put some graphite on that to darken it up where it's back behind the back, and also just add some to look like shaded. And on this side too. So maybe this foot will be more shaded because it's behind. I'm just looking at it. It's coming along pretty well. I just realized I want to put a little black here to differentiate the different levels of the strings making up this bow. Maybe a line right there. And then I'm going to do a thick black line for the accent line on the capelet, and then add one to the skirt too. There's some matching top and bottom. I'm getting close to done. Add a pupil to the eye with black ink. Maybe I can erase a little bit of these guidelines from the face so she doesn't look quite so gray. What a good lucky dip. I am so happy with these colors. Like, sometimes I get the worst colors and it's so hard to try to use them. But here, I'm not having any trouble at all. I'm going to now use the stiff brush to do that fun technique I wanted to do from the beginning, and now I'm happy that I prepared for it because I did a little smudge of paint right there, so I'll just cover that up. Nobody will know unless they watch this stream or watch the video later. Well, it makes it look kind of deadly. Well, whatever. She's a deadly, relaxed kitty girl. I still haven't used the white paint much yet either, but I'm definitely going to, I'll put little highlights on stuff. I mean, it's titanium white opaque. Now, opaque white paint, the best use is highlights. Looking real good. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I mean, I was copying a pose, so mostly practice. Call it a master study. Manga style master study. Let's get some of this pink. I guess I'll bring the pink. Oh, it's really wet, so it's different. Oh, whatever. I'm gonna bring the pink down here. This will represent whatever it is she's sitting on. Yeah, I love these organic marks. Oh, my palette is so far away you can't really see what I'm doing. There, now you can kind of see it. Yeah, I recommend just doing this just for fun. Just get a stiff brush, some watercolor, and dab away. You don't have to make anything or anything, just have fun putting the paint on. It's so fun. Wow, I like it. Okay, I'm going to, so I've got like this red cloud around her. I want to make it a little less, it's kind of smoky looking or something, or like a cloud of gnats or something. I don't want it to quite look like that. Let's do slightly different. Maybe it still looks like gnats, I don't know, but I want it to be different. And I'll actually bring it into the bow too. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. Basically just having fun messing around. Cool, now it looks more like, I don't know, rose petals or something. Wow, I'm gonna have a lot of brush cleaning to do. It's not really coming out that easy from, it's watercolor, so I'm not worried about it, but it's like sticking to the brush handle and everything. It's so red. Ooh, I'm really close to done. What do I have left? Just the white highlights. Yes. Angry bugs. Yeah. She controls them. Yes. That's her power. She controls bugs. What am I doing? I wanted to look what time it was. Okay. It's just after 5 over here. So it's pretty much dinner time for me, but I'm gonna finish this. And it's like 99% done now, so. I love this opaque white. I need to remember that I have it. I never think about it because it's not part of my normal kit. It's part of my, I don't know, everything else. Okay, I think that's good. Maybe a little bit more water to thin it out to get a nice sharp point on the brush. Okay, so I definitely, ooh, I gotta be careful. The dabbed paint is still quite wet. This one will do a little dot. Okay, it's a bit bigger than I wanted, but it's hard because I didn't get myself that small of a brush. Some dots on the eyes, and how about let's do a little highlights on the hair. Ooh, I gotta be careful not to touch the wet paint. It's still wet. Ooh, yay. Not bad, not bad. Maybe I can do a little lightest brushes of white to indicate single strands of hair that are catching the light. Oh, gotta keep it super light though. Yeah, that's good. I'll show you what I did there because it's so tiny. There. So like, just being really, really light, just go. Where else? Maybe the shoes. Shoes will have a little shine to them. I should have gotten a smaller brush, but it's too late. I want to be done. I'm just going to use this one. I don't have to clean another brush. And let's see, so I've kind of got this generic light coming from front and center, so I'll do the highlight on the shoe right about here, I think. Maybe another little tiny thing right there, and one on the ankle strap. Let's do a little on the bow to show it's like a shiny, what's it called, bow? No, I went and did it. Ah! Let's see, how am I going to clean my hand? Dip it in the water, and then I will wipe it on the towel. There. Well, at least I didn't smudge it. I just got it on my hand. Okay, so got the shoe, got the bow. Big bow? Nah, I'm going to keep that in the background by not adding any highlights to that. But maybe a little bit of highlights on the kitty tail. Right at the top here where it's sticking straight up. Where else? Maybe I'll put some on the arms to make them more clean looking and cover up some of the graphite. Oh yeah, what a good idea. This is working out pretty well. This is surprisingly effective. Yes. It's combining a little bit, but perils of art. Yeah. I mean, some people don't even give a crap. Like, they love making a mess with art. And that's totally fine. But not me. I like my stuff to stay neat and tidy and not accidentally smudge stuff on a different part of the page. Wow. I am pleasantly surprised at how well this is working to do this. Look at that glove. I mean, up close it doesn't look that nice. But from far away it looks so pretty and clean. I think I'll do the same up here where I couldn't really erase all of the guidelines that I did on this capelet, and now they'll be for the most part covered up. And it won't look see-through anymore. Nice, nice. Do it down here too. This bottom white stripe. That's very thin right here. And it's brighter. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's a slightly whiter white than the paper. Plus it's probably reflecting the light more than the paper too. Which is a great effect to have because this part is coming forward. This part, I don't know how I'm explaining it. This part is coming forward compared to this part is receding into the background. If you heard a big sigh just now, that was Aoife, my big dog Aoife. She's taking a nap and she just moved and sighed. Went, that was her. I'm going to do it on this side too. Even though I was just talking about this side receding, I really want to cover up those sketchy guidelines. Ooh, this works satisfyingly well. So neat and tidy the drawing becomes. Okay, now I'm trying to just get most of this white out of the brush before I set it down. I have another idea I'd like to do, because I have this part that I erased because I decided not to keep it, but now it's like one place like that. It's not anywhere else. I want to sort of make things that look like that elsewhere so that it doesn't stand out. So I'm just going to take the pencil and I'll do like a little thing here, a little thing here, here. I mean, there's already some other ones. But just sort of make little graphite things. And let's see, remove these paint brushes. And use a dry-ish part of this towel. Just like smudge it. Blend it. Smudge and blend. Man, it's some of the red paint right here is still wet. Wow. Blend this stuff too. Okay, now that I've done that, I need my, where is it? Oh, here it is. Yeah, I knew it. I could have been done by now, but I just keep thinking of things I can do. It's supposed to be dinner time. I'm still working on this. That's because it's fun to work on it and just keep working it. So I'm taking my kneaded eraser and tidying up the edges. So that this graphite really looks on purpose, this smudged graphite. I mean, because it was on purpose, but some of it was already there, smudged. This will help make it look all on purpose. It's all on purpose. Or at least it's all looks like everything was considered. Whether it was on purpose or not, everything looks considered. Yeah, I like that explanation better. That way of defining what I'm doing. Because stuff that's not on purpose is actually what makes traditional slash physical media so fun, is that there's unpredictable things that happen and then you work with them. Okay. Ooh, okay. I think I'm done. Finally, what time is it? Ooh, can't wait to have dinner. How am I going to sign this? What would be best? Maybe this graphite thing, because this is kind of thick. So I'm just going to write my little signature 2022. Yay! Okay. I'll hold it up close so you can get a close look at what I did. Lucky dip. So I had, this is Lucky Dip 19. Wow. And I had the Marvy Le Plume 2 in 30 Rosewood. So that's this yellowish color. The M Gram watercolor in Terra Rosa and Titanium White Opaque. So that's the red and the white paint. Then the Kuretake Bimoji pen, which is the black ink. And let's see, here's this down here stuff. Ooh, you can see how the graphite shines in the light. And then finally the Caran d'Ache Graphstone 6B, so that's the graphite pencil. Hooray! All done. Time to go eat. Thanks for joining me, everybody. It was so nice to have people to chat with. I'm going to say that every time, because it's true. So, that's it for today. Hopefully I'll see you on Wednesday for Chibi Friday. Trying to find my cursor here so that I can stop the stream. Okay. Oh, Sarah. Yes, dinner sounds like a good plan. Yes. I'm gonna go we're making vegan Reubens. I am so excited. Okay. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Hopefully see you soon. Thanks for watching.